Hey guys, so literally just leaving the gym. Listen, on the way here, I was in like a let's blast music type of vibe, so that's why I didn't record the car chat until now. So, lots to talk about. First and foremost, I'm feeling good, feel motivated. Okay. Working hard towards my business per usual. Leave a comment, let me know, are you an aspiring content creator? Are you a content creator? Are you a business owner? Like, I would love to hear and know like who's watching. So don't be afraid to comment. I promise you I won't bite. Listen. What I want to talk to you guys about is you have got to start putting yourself first. I think a lot of times we're brought up, especially like women. I know I'm a woman, so obviously I know. I don't know if men feel this too or not, but I know like as a woman, it's like we're conditioned to believe that if we don't put ourselves first, then if we put ourselves first, we're conditioned to believe that if we put ourselves first, then we're selfish, and that's not true. Like, I don't know about you, but that's how I used to feel. And so I would put everything and everyone before me. And so by the time I got to me, I never had energy. I would always break promises to myself. I was always tired, drained. I didn't really feel like I had purpose. I kind of just felt like I was just going through I kind of felt like I was just going through the flow every day. And it just wasn't a good place to be in. I wasn't reaching my goals because, like I said, I didn't have the energy because I was giving it to everybody else. Friends, partners, like just everybody else, family. And I just never had enough for myself. Listen, you can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. There has to be an overflow in order for you to give to other people, right? But there's only going to be an overflow if you put yourself first. How can you help others if you don't even help yourself? How can you, in a healthy way, love others if you don't even love yourself? You have to be selfish in order to be selfless. And so let's talk about it. How do you put yourself first? What does that even really mean for real? Okay. First of all, you got to take care of yourself, like your health. Okay? It amazes me, and I used to be guilty of this too. It's amazing how like we don't prioritize our health. That is baffling. I used to be that exact same way. If you didn't know, I've lost over 100 pounds. I didn't used to prioritize my health at all. I used to eat like shit every day. I always ate fast food. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, fast food. Soda, candy, chocolate, pasta. Like, that's all I ate. I never had a fucking vegetable. Excuse my French. I said I wasn't gonna curse today. I never had a vegetable. I never had a fruit. Like, I never used to take care of my health at all. Which explains why I was always tired. I never exercised. The only exercise I ever got was the walk in the parking lot from my car to the store. And I would try to park in the front. But as far as going to the gym, regularly, absolutely not. I also never prioritized my sleep. It's crazy. I don't even know how I was doing it. Maybe I had my youth on my side because I was younger. I'm 34, by the way. But I never made sure I got 8 hours of sleep. Never. I would be up late all the time, binge watching TV shows or whatever. And then I would have to be up early as hell to get ready for work the next day. There were plenty of days like back to back where I was running off of 4 hours of sleep. And then would be confused as hell as to why I'm tired throughout the day and need like 32 ounces of coffee just to make it through. Because I wasn't prioritizing my sleep. I also never prioritized my mental health, which is why I would always feel depressed and anxious and frustrated. Like, I never prioritized my mental health. I never learned how to process process my emotions. I would let things just bottle up inside of me and then explode randomly, or I would just cry and sulk. None of that's healthy, y'all. Absolutely none of that is healthy. And a lot of people live like that. A lot of people live like that every day. And then are so confused as to why, when you have a goal for yourself, it just seems so unobtainable, because you're pouring from an empty cup. You're literally giving everyone else and everything else your energy, and you're not hoarding any for yourself. The only reason why I'm able to be as productive as I am every single day is because I started putting myself first. I started putting myself first. I started being okay and comfortable with not being liked by everybody. Because the minute you start telling people no, the minute you stop making effort, you gonna lose some friends. That's number one. Now, you might even lose some family members, but that's okay. I got comfortable with the fact that that's just gonna happen. It is what it is. But I realized years ago, because I've been on like a self-development journey for the past 5 years, I realized years ago, I can't keep living the way I'm living. Because the way that I'm living, I'm always sad, I'm always drained, I'm always frustrated, I'm miserable, I'm tired. I decided I didn't want to live like that anymore. And if that's how you feel like you can't never reach your goals, because every time it's time to sit down and work on the goal, it's like it just feels so impossible for you. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, 20 times out of 10, it's because you're giving your energy to places it don't need to be, and you're not taking care of yourself. You are not taking care of yourself, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You are not taking care of yourself. And that has to stop. It has to stop. Because if it doesn't stop, nothing's going to change. Things don't just magically change overnight because you just requested it. No, you have to actively make changes. You have to start pouring into yourself. You have to be selfish. So, one, you need to start eating better. That's number one. If you want more energy, if you're always tired, it's probably because you either not getting enough sleep, you're not eating right at all, you might have some type of deficiency that you didn't go get checked out at the doctor, and you're not working on your mental health. So these emotions that you keep bottled up inside of you, it's draining you, it's weighing you down. It is weighing you the hell down. And if you want to be a business owner, all that's got to get in check. It has all got to get in check. And you're going to have to work for it. Stop always volunteering to be the person that fixes everybody's problems. Stop. Unless these are your kids, there's no reason why you should be so ready to help other people before you help yourself. That don't even sound right. As humans, we are wired to help ourselves first. But you have been conditioned to believe that that's selfish. It's not selfish. What's selfish is you giving to everybody else and not giving to yourself. That's what's selfish. Like, it just doesn't make, like, why are you moving like that? Because that's how you've been conditioned to think. You should be selfish. To me, when I think of someone who is a selfish person, what I think is somebody who is always trying to get over on somebody, who's always trying to take from other people. That's what I consider selfish. But you putting you first, not you out here trying to get from this person, get from that one person. No, you just trying to preserve your energy for you first. That's not selfish. Telling somebody no is not selfish. That is not selfish, y'all. I don't know where that came from. That's not selfish. You have to say more no's than yeses if you actually want to get shit done. How can you work on your goals if you got to take this person here, take that person there, help this person, give this person that, give that person this? you ain't never gonna have nothing for yourself. Meanwhile, everybody else's needs are fulfilled except for yours. Now, how's that working for you? How is that working for you? You have to start putting yourself first. You have to start prioritizing yourself. You should be the first priority, because you can't prioritize others if you don't prioritize yourself. Haven't you noticed? How do you feel on a day-to-day? Exhausted as hell. I already know, because you're so busy prioritizing everyone else before you. That's why. That is why. So you need to get comfortable with being selfish. And it just is what it is. And at first, like when I was like, you know what? I'm going to start being selfish. I'm going to start telling people no. It was uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of awkward for me to tell people no. That's the crazy thing. Like the fact that it's awkward to tell somebody no already should let you know you've been saying yes for way too long. But that's real, y'all. You have been saying yes for way too long. So now that you're putting your foot down, now it feels weird because you're not used to putting your foot down. And when you first start telling people no, they gonna be looking confused because they asking you for stuff because they just got this assumption that you're gonna say yeah, because that's what you're used to saying yeah. They're used to you always telling them yes. So the first time you tell somebody no, they're gonna be like, what? Like they won't expected it. They won't expected it. But that's okay, because they better get used to it. Because you're gonna start handing out more no's than yeses. It is what it is. Shit. We got moves to make. We got businesses to build, content to create. You only get 24 hours a day, and for 8 of those hours, your ass need to be asleep. So now you really only got 16 hours, and you probably working for 8. So now you only have 8 hours left. You have to be selfish because 8 hours goes by like that. Don't you know? And you probably spending some of that time in the car to get to and from work. So you don't have a choice but to be selfish. You are working off of limited time. You don't have much time. So that's going to require you to start being selfish. And honestly, you can't even be selfless until you are selfish. Again, until you have an overflow, you can't help other people. And again, we're talking about adults here. We're not talking about kids. We're talking about grown-ass, able-bodied adults. Every time they need money, they come ask you. That's draining you of your resources. Every time they need a ride, they come ask you. Again, that's draining you of your resources. You need to start telling people no. And start prioritizing yourself. Get your ass in the gym. Or start walking around your house, your neighborhood, whatever. Get your steps in. Start fixing your food at home. Stop deep frying food. Stop drinking soda. If you want more energy, you're going to have to get that diet in check if it's not in check. If you eat like shit, you're going to perform like shit. It's like a car. Just like a car. If you put crappy oil in your car, you're going to get chaos. It's not going to run right. You got crappy oil in there. It's dirty. What you put into your body is what you get out. I didn't used to understand that, but I get it now. I fully understand that now. What you put in your body is what you get out. So if you're putting garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. And then you need to have a bedtime. We so focused on making sure we get up at a certain time. But let's focus on getting in the bed at a certain time. Let's focus on that. Because for real, if you prioritize a bedtime, you don't even need an alarm because you're going to wake up. The only reason why you don't wake up is because your body is tired. That's why you don't wake up. That's why you snoozing through your alarms, because you're tired. But you wouldn't be tired if you went to bed on time. If you made sure you were getting 8 hours of sleep, and you were eating right, you would not be tired. You would not. But you're not doing that. You're spreading yourself thin, and then wondering why you don't have no energy for yourself. You don't have any energy for yourself because you put yourself last. You get the bottom of the barrel. Everybody else get premium energy from you. Everybody getting premium energy. And then you getting the energy left at the bottom that's full of dirt and mildew and shit. That's what you giving yourself. And then you wonder why you can't reach your goals. You're not a priority in your own life. How does that work? How are you not a priority in your own life? That's crazy. But we're taught to live like that. We're taught to think that's normal. That's not normal. That's not okay. You should be the number one priority in your life. You are all you got. Shit. I'm telling you. That's why I push the importance of working on your mental health, because when you start to see stuff like that, when you start to change your mindset, when you really start to fully understand what I'm saying, it's one thing to listen to what I'm saying, but when you just stop trying to argue with it and just have an open mind and just really listen to what I'm saying, you will see I'm right. You will see that. You will see I'm right. The only reason why I'm able to get as much done every day that I get done is because I put myself first. Nobody comes before me. And again, we're not talking about kids. I don't want to see nobody in the comments talking about somebody's kids. We're not talking about kids. We're talking about adults. Nobody's coming before me, because I've lived like that before, and it's not fun. Having goal after goal and never reaching it is not fun. That's depressing. It really makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. And there is something wrong with you. You putting everybody before you. That's what's wrong with you. That's not a fun space to be in mentally. That's not fun. You really want to do something, like you really have your heart set out on this thing, whatever it is, whatever the goal is, and you're not getting it done. Like, that's depressing as hell. But the only reason why you're not getting it done is because you don't prioritize yourself. It's called self-love, self-respect, self-discipline, self-confidence. You notice the key word here is self. You got to put self first to have those things. So you need to go ahead and make a little audit of your life. Start auditing. Start slicing and dicing. Things that don't serve you, let them go. Things that's taking time away from you, let them go. You only get one life, and time is just flying right on by. Is it not? It's like every time you blink, it's 2 weeks ahead. Time is moving too fast for you to put yourself last. Make it make sense. You deserve to be first in your own life. Yes, I said it. I said what I said. You deserve to put yourself first in your own life. Clock it. Okay? All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.